Hi guys, so if you're going to do your comic strip front cover, task 1 is draw a nice line above and below a ruler just in from the top of the page like mine on the screen. Then what you need to do is divide up the page into sections for your letters. So I've got 3 letters in my name for Dan, so I'm doing one for D, one for A, one for N. I use the thickness of the ruler in this case to give me 3 squares, and you can see I'm now putting the letters underneath so I know where they need to go. The next thing you want to do is draw yourself out your letters. Now this can be quite complex for some people. It takes some practice. You may need to rub out a few times or even have a good few attempts yourself. I find chiseling out little bits of blocks works much better, and there are plenty of videos online to help you with this. Your next task is to go through each letter and essentially go over the outside nice and heavy. This will stop you from being confused later on. And you can see I'm going through my letters now just to make sure it's nice and stands out. You may need to make some adjustments, like I am freehand now, but there we go. The next step is to draw yourself a horizon line, okay, and what we call a vanishing point. Now this vanishing point can go anywhere on your page. I find from the middle works much better and makes it easier. And then what you need to do is join the bottom of each letter to this horizon line. Now draw these very lightly because these are going to be rubbed out later on. You can see I'm just drawing all the bottom parts of my letters to the vanishing point to make it look like it's jumping out of the page. You will also need to do the top bits of the letters, but only the bits that are on show. So for example, the inside of the letter D there is going to be joining down to the bottom of the vanishing point, some bits of the A, and definitely that top bit of the N. Again, this will vary depending on what letters you're doing. Some people have lots, some people won't have many. Once that's done, you need to decide how far it's popping out. So I'm drawing a line halfway up between, okay, my vanishing point and my letters. And then you need to rub out, as I said earlier, rub out those extra bits of lines that you don't need, and you can even rub out your vanishing point if you want to. Now, what I'm doing is going over these new fresh lines to make it look like they're really travelling forward off the page. Okay, I suggest you do the same. Then the final task is possibly the most complicated bit, and it's all the parallel line sections. So the bottom of my letter D there must also be parallel at the bottom there. However, the next section goes up on an angle. So I'm going to take that ruler, slide it down, and add that final parallel line section there. You need to do this for all your letters. Okay, now again, this is very complex and can get yourself really confused, so take your time with it. But once you're done, you should end up with your lettering jumping out of the page nice and brightly to look quite fancy.